Hey guys, welcome to our channel. Today we'll talk about the 5 best Paul Rudd movies. Paul Rudd is an amazing American actor who earned the title of People's Sexiest Man Alive. So let's get right into it. Number 1. AntMan. This movie was directed by Peyton Reed and starred Paul Rudd as Ant-Man or Scott Lang. He's basically a thief who finds a suit which lets him shrink to the size of an ant. An interesting fact about this movie is that Rudd was not the ideal choice for Ant-Man, but he was able to convince the directors with his amazing audition. When Rudd was approached for the movie, he found the superpower of Ant-Man weird, interesting and funny. Rudd was also a co-writer in the script of Ant-Man along with Adam McKay. For Scott Lang's role, Paul restricted his diet. He got into such a great shape that his Ant-Man costumes had to be altered to fit his muscles. This movie turned out to be very successful and was able to make plenty of profit. Number 2. The Fundamentals of Caring. This movie was directed by Rob Burnett based on the 2012 novel The Revised Fundamentals of Caregiving by Jonathan Ivision. Paul Rudd plays Ben, who is an ex-novelist and newly minted caregiver. He gets a gig for a kid named Trevor, who is played by Craig Roberts. Trevor has a rare condition called muscular dystrophy. Both of them go on a road trip together, which Ben hopes will give Trevor a new perspective of life. In this movie, Paul Rudd is funny and he has this typical kind of humor that is classic. Paul and Craig have such a great chemistry in this movie and both of them sing together in this movie so well. Number 3. Ant-Man and the Wasp. This movie is the sequel of Ant-Man and again was directed by Peyton Reed. In this movie, Scott Lang along with Hope Van Dyne and Hank Pym go on an urgent mission as they are trying to uncover different secrets of their past. An interesting fact about this movie was that there was a possibility that this would have been named Wasp and the Ant-Man. But Ant-Man and the Wasp is a phrase frequently used in the comics, and it sounds better. The lab and the quantum tunnel in the movie were inspired by a classic TV show, The Time Tunnel. This was the biggest film set ever made for a Marvel movie. Another interesting detail in the movie is that the lab in the movie is portable, and so it is not connected to any main power grid. As we can briefly see in the trailer and in the backgrounds during the movie, there is a massive Duracell battery that Hank is using as the power source for his entire lab. To prepare for the movie, Paul Rudd also learned close-up magic in order to do some of the scenes of the movie convincingly. This movie was a commercial success and the performances of the actors, especially Paul Rudd and Evangeline Lilly, were praised a lot. This film has a sequel coming up, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, which is set to release on 17 February 2023. Number 4. The Perks of Being a Wallflower. This movie was directed by Stephen Chbosky and is based on 1999 novel of the same name written by Stephen himself. This movie is about a young boy in school named Charlie, played by Logan Lerman. He is very quiet as a person and has no friends. Then he meets Patrick, played by Ezra Miller, and Sam, played by Emma Watson. Charlie then learns to cope with his past. Paul Rudd plays the character of Mr. Anderson, who is an English teacher. Mr. Anderson is one of Charlie's sources of acceptance and he is the one who recognizes Charlie's talent in literature. Additionally, he also assigns Charlie books to read and also essays to write throughout the whole year. Furthermore, he has an amazing quote in the movie: "We accept the love we think we deserve." Paul Rudd performed amazingly in the movie and was really good with his expressions. Number 5. Avengers Endgame. This movie was directed by the Russo brothers and is the 22nd film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Scott Lang, played by Rudd, has an extremely crucial role in this film as he is the one to approach the Avengers at their compound and tell them all about the quantum realm and how they can travel into the past. One interesting fact about Endgame is that it was tough for the directors to rely heavily on the time travel narrative because it is extremely important that the audience understands this whole narrative. Finally, it was done very well. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you really did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Share this video as much as possible. Also subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thanks a lot for watching.